My lighting is horrible and my opinions are too. Hey y'all, it's me, Alex. Today I am in my spare bedroom. What if I move that closer to my window? Would that be good? Oh no, then you see more things. I don't want you to see anything. Yeah, so anyway, I can't find my plug-in thing to get my ring light to plug into the wall, so I'm doing my best standing in front of a window. And I'm gonna talk about my unpopular makeup opinions, because I have some of those, and that's what gets the views. Am I right? That's what we're all in this for, yeah. Do I really need a disclaimer? Like, are people going to get upset with me for like none of these are things that pertain to like human rights issues, so like it's just makeup, it's fine. Is this what being a YouTuber in like 2007 was like? I don't know, I feel like it is. Okay, I also cut my own hair this morning and I did a really bad job of it. I need to see a professional, but the last time I went to see a professional, I feel like my own haircuts pre-professional were better than what I got, because I'm still feeling the ramifications of that. Anyway, unpopular makeup opinions. I'm not gonna stand still, and that's okay. First one that you can probably guess if you've watched any of my videos in like the last 3-ish years. Foundation and concealer are like not super necessary in the makeup routine. Now, I understand if you want to wear it, go ahead, wear a foundation, wear concealer, wear whatever you want. It is makeup. But for me personally, I am wearing a little bit of a skin tint, the Lip Bar skin tint, which is slightly too dark for my skin, but we're not going to talk about that. But personally, aside from like providing a base for like the other products that are going to go on my face, don't feel like it's super necessary. Like, I understand like people have insecurities and you are free to feel however you feel about like yourself and your own skin. But I also just like kind of feel like the things that make skin imperfect are like really actually interesting to me, and I love that look of like, you know, bare-ish skin with like a really dramatic eye and or lip look. I think it's also, my opinion might also be biased in the fact that like I don't enjoy shopping for foundation or concealer. Like it's just not a fun time for me. So that's probably part of the reason why. But yeah, I don't think it's super necessary. I do think that it does help. Like if you're gonna apply like blush, contour, bronzer, highlighter, whatever, I do think it helps to like have like a little base down, but I think that can also be achieved via a primer. But I also, I don't know, I feel like the way my skin routine kind of is, I feel like I have found more like kind of tinted moisturizer-y type products that I have liked as far as a base goes, rather than like a primer. Foundation and concealer are unnecessary. I mean, by my logic, there's really no part of makeup that is necessary. I mean, I guess that's part of it too. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. In fact, I would actively encourage you to not do things that you don't want to do. My lipstick also, it seemed like a better choice for this eye look in different lighting. Whatever. I actually really like Huda shadows. Now, I haven't tried any of her like large palettes just because I feel like, you know, those are $65, which I'm not above spending on an eyeshadow palette, but I feel like the color story has to be just right for me to get that, and none of her $65 palettes have been just right for me. However, I own like 3 of her Little Obsessions palettes, and yeah, I understand that like it's not necessarily for everyone, and I've heard that like the little like Haze Obsessions ones are kind of awful, but the ones that I have, like, is it the most like groundbreaking eyeshadow formula in the world? No, but is it still actually really good? And I think that like if you like the color story of a Huda palette and would use it, you know, I would encourage getting it. Yeah, I mean, like her shimmers definitely need a little bit of a glitter glue, but that's kind of how I do my shimmer shadows sort of anyway. Like her mattes are pigmented, you know, they're not groundbreaking, but they do the darn job. Honestly, at the end of the day, if I like the colors enough, I don't need the formula to be amazing. I just need it to work, and that is exactly what that does. Opinion that might be worse. I don't care much for Divina's shadow formula. I feel like everyone raves about them, and I don't think their shadows are bad. Their shadows are okay, like they work. I don't find anything like offensively wrong with them. However, I don't think they're as like groundbreaking as other people kind of say, like, especially, I think it's especially because I'm like kind of jaded about their purples, and like I bought a couple of their purple, pink, red type shadows last year, and they worked well, but they were so muted, and especially from the photos on the website, I expected them to be a lot brighter than they were. I have like one that I bought for the name is one of their like special shades in Shuggies, and I really like that one. Actually, I've heard that their like special shadows are a lot better than their standard shadows, because like the standard shadows perform, they do the job, but I find that the color is definitely a little bit off from what you would see on the website, and the shimmers are like okay. I don't know, I feel like they're really, really hyped up, and I feel like a lot of other people really like them, and I'm not saying you're wrong to like them. I'm saying I don't understand why people like them more than other shadows. You know, it kind of goes back to my Huda opinion of like, I don't think their shadows are particularly groundbreaking either, but I don't understand, like, I don't think they're worse than any other shadows. And I feel the same with Divina. I guess with Divina, it's a little bit easier for me to like say, man, it's not really interesting to me, just because I haven't, a lot of the mattes I feel like end up being so much more muted. I do like the couple of like greeny brownie shades. Those have worked really well for me, but those I had kind of intended to be muted, and I feel like if you go in and like try and buy some of their brights, they're not nearly as bright as I kind of anticipate them being. And I don't know, I feel like in terms of indie shadows, there are other brands that do colors a bit more vividly and in a formula that I think is like just as good. So maybe they just need to like change the photos on their website so I actually know what to expect. Anyway, I'm just saying that like I don't find their formula like holy shit amazing. I think that they're good and I will use them, and if there are colors that I am interested in, you know, and they come out with something that I like that works just as well in person as it does on the website, you know, I might try it, I might give it a shot, but with what they have now, it's okay. I also like, they don't restock enough for me, because I feel like in the times when I've wanted to buy from them, there's only like one thing that I want in stock at a time, you know, and I can't just like buy a whole bunch, you know? More unpopular eyeshadow opinions. I love Melt's shimmer formula, and I prefer their shimmer formula to their mattes. I know that everyone says differently, and I do like their mattes. I think they're really pigmented, really beautiful. I definitely don't think they're as blendable as they need to be. So I don't recommend Melt shadows, especially their colorful ones, for someone who is like a beginner when it comes to makeup, because I've been doing makeup for a long time, and even I struggle a little bit with some of Melt's deeper, more colorful shades in terms of their mattes, but that's actually why I really like their shimmers. I know people are like, oh, they're chunky, they're inconsistent, like some of them aren't as bright as the others. I love them because I love a chunky sort of like textury shimmery shade, and I know that everyone's like, it gets into your crease and makes you look old. I don't care about looking old. I care about looking glittery. I care about being shiny. They require glitter glue. They require a lot of work. I get it. But once you get them to work, that's why I still really want the Mary Jane palette. I know everyone was complaining about the shimmers in it, but everything that they hate about the shimmers is everything that I love in a shimmer shadow. One that you have to work a little bit with, but gosh, oh, it turns out so beautiful and textury and interesting on the eye. I love that. Okay, so I still love liquid lipsticks. I understand that they're not in style anymore, and I understand why people don't like them, because, you know, if you're really like texture sensitive, even scent sensitive, they're not a fun time to wear. I have worn liquid lipsticks that were awful. Like before Wet n Wild reformulated, there was one, I mean, I didn't even care much for their catsuit lipsticks, but the formula before was awful. I had bought one from Five Below, and I decided to wear, oh, it's gonna be so cute on Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving dinner. It glued my lips together. So yeah, if you get the wrong liquid lipstick formula and you don't, you know, moisturize your lips a whole lot, it's not going to be a fun time for you. But for me personally, I am very obsessive when it comes to moisturizing my lips, so I don't really have that much of an issue. Like if I'm having a dry lip day, I will go for a gloss, you know, one of the 3 that I enjoy. If you're wondering, the 3 I enjoy: Drench Cosmetics Space Glaze, Fluid Glosses, all of them, and the Lime Crime Wet Cherry Lip Gloss. All of those, fantastic. But I don't really like many other lip glosses. Yeah, liquid lipsticks. And plus I think it's also because, generally speaking, I really like just like a clean finish, clean lip line, and I also like a lot of dark and or bright colors. Not necessarily something that you'll see on my lips today, but generally speaking, I love, like, you know, a good black lipstick, something purple, something green, something blue. And generally speaking, I don't trust the majority of bullet lipstick formulas to not get that all over my face. So I feel like it's just easier. It's just easier if I were to buy a liquid lipstick, because it would not get all over my face, you know? I also I don't really understand the need to buy more than like one bronzer or contour. Like maybe if you need like a summer shade, or like if you want a shimmery bronzer and a matte bronzer. So like I can kind of understand it in that case. And I have like 2 or 3 bronzers and like 2 contours in my entire collection, but I don't, generally speaking, I don't get excited to go out and buy more. Or like if someone releases a bronzer range that has like a lot of variety of shades, I'll be like, good for them. Aside from like something like that, I don't find bronzers or contours particularly like groundbreaking and that I need to go out and buy the newest one. Now I also understand that people will look at me and be like, well, I don't understand why you need more than one eyeshadow palette, or why you need more than one lipstick. But I mean, I also don't feel like I need more than one like lash product. I mean mascara. I guess that other people might enjoy that, but I just don't feel the need to have more than one bronzer or contour in my collection, or like more than I have, because I have like separate bronzer and contour products, and then I bought a little face palette, the Noon one from Midas. It's on my face right now. It looks so good. So I technically have more than one of each, but that's more by function of me buying a face palette. And then I haven't used any of my other bronzers or contours because I don't need anything else. I touched on this in my last Get Ready With Me, but liking makeup for the packaging is okay. Like, I get it, that we shouldn't be so sucked into like intellectual properties or like cute packaging or anything like that when it comes to makeup. I get that. I understand that it is a marketing ploy and it is important to be critical about why we like the things that we like. However, I really freaking love my little kimchi chic, whatever. I love my little kimchi chic heart-shaped blushes. Those are so cute. Did I need any more blush? No, because I wear like the same 2 blush colors all the time. Did I buy those anyway because of the little heart compact? Yes. Did I still end up loving them and using them? Yes. Now, I will say don't get those specifically, not because there's anything wrong with the brand. They even look really nice, but I feel like a little heart-shaped compact you want to keep in your purse and have it be really cute. Well, if they're very fragile. If you keep it in your purse and like use it during the day, they will break. Yeah, so those specifically, I'm a little bit like, okay, maybe for the packaging, but that's not anything to do with the packaging. That's to do with the formula. Am I contradicting myself? Probably. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that, like, if you like something because it's cute, you know, or it's fun, or it's interesting, like, it's okay to like it. It's not a big deal. Go get the thing. I mean, I don't know if this is unpopular, but I really don't want a small makeup collection. I understand that, like, minimalism is a thing for some people. I get it. People enjoy that. And I do find it, like, very aesthetically pleasing to look at, but personally, I'm a maximalist. Like, that's a thing, apparently. I looked it up. It is a thing. Now, I don't want to have, like, well, I already have an excessive amount of makeup. Like, we all know that. But I'm talking, like, I don't ever want my collection to get to a point where I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that, or my cat is knocking at the door. I don't ever want to get to the point where like I forget I have a product. Like I have a lot of makeup, but I know everything that I have, and not just because I keep a spreadsheet of all my eyeshadow palettes. I like know that I have them. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever want to get to that point, but I also don't think like I've tried project panning. You know, I will declutter things if I don't like them. But I don't feel the need to say, okay, I'm only allowed to have this many eyeshadow palettes. I'm only allowed to have this many lipsticks. I'm only allowed to have this many blushes. Like, if I only want to have one of something, that's more because it's like a utility piece and I don't feel the need. Like bronzers, I don't feel the need to have that many. We've discussed this 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that. But like for things that I really enjoy, if I have the space, I can carry my makeup, you know, like I can carry it. I'm strong enough to handle it. It's not a big deal to me for me to have a lot because it's something that I enjoy. Okay, and then finally, probably my most controversial opinion, and this is more about beauty YouTube. If you decide that you cannot trust someone when they start making sponsored content, it's time for you to unsubscribe. Because generally speaking, to me, that feels like you didn't trust them that much to begin with, because that means that you think that they're going to sell out their morals for a sponsorship. And I get it, because there's a lot of people in the beauty YouTube sphere that are like that. However, if you previously trusted someone and then you're just like, oh, okay, they've sold out, they decided to do a sponsorship, instead of trusting that they're, you know, mindful about the sponsorships that they've chosen, and I'm acting like I've ever been sponsored by anyone or anything. I have not. I feel like if I can't trust someone to ethically choose a sponsorship from someone that they really like, then I shouldn't trust them on unsponsored things either, because that means that I don't think that, you know, they're a good or moral person. I don't like subscribing to people who I can't trust. I don't know. I feel like most people who I like to watch, when they get sponsored content, regardless of who it's from, you know, I trust that they've made the right decision, and I'm like, yay, you're making money, that's good for you, you know? Like, you should be able to monetize the things that you want to monetize, you know? So yeah, that's kind of that opinion. Let me know down below what your unpopular makeup opinions are. And as always, be kind, be nice to each other, and all of that. And thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to down below if you want to see more videos from me. I will see you on my next one. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye!